Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to continue my tour of Utah. And what's my first city? What do you think it would be? Would it be like Salt Lake City or something? I don't know, let's find out right after this. All right, hey everyone. Welcome back to Traveling with Justin. I am Justin, and I am right here at Fort Utah Park. So Fort Utah is Provo, Utah. It was originally founded in 1849 when some 33 families from Salt Lake City came down and colonized Fort Utah. And it was shared with the Timpanogos Indians, or the Ute Indians. And as the Mormons started taking more and more land, the Indians were forced to leave. And so Provo right now is 115,000 people. But as you combine that with Orem, Utah, which is just to the north, there's about 526,000 people in this area, this metropolitan area. That's the second largest in the state of Utah, besides the Salt Lake City area. All right, so this is looking east towards downtown Provo, and that is looking west towards the Utah Lake and the freeway. So let's go ahead and let's go around and let's take a look at what Provo has to offer. All right, so I'm on the east side of Center Street here, and we have an LDS temple behind us, and then over here to this side is the DMV and things like that. Then I'm not sure if you can see that blue building right there, but that is Nu Skin Enterprises. All right, so Provo is one of the locations where they have several multi-billion-dollar companies that were founded here in Provo. Nu Skin was one of the ones that were founded here in Provo. That is their main headquarters. All right, so now what we're doing is we're looking north of University Avenue. So yeah, this is Center Street and University Avenue. And there's two ways you can get to Provo, two main exits. So if you're traveling north on I-15, you can either hit University Avenue or you can hit Provo Center Street. But if you're heading southbound on I-15, you could hit Center Street if you want, or you can go down to University Avenue, and that's where Home Depot is, and Provo Town Center. So let's go ahead and let's take a look around. Let's see what different things in Provo we have to offer. All right, so if you want to eat in downtown Provo, you have your options. There are about over 60 restaurants down here in Provo. And so you have your pick of the foods you want to eat. Now, the rest of Provo, there's over 100 different restaurants out there. Like right here, if we're looking at it, we got Los Hermanos right there. They used to be over here, and then they moved over there, down the street a little bit, and then they moved to Orem, and now they're back here in Provo. So There are quite a few options to eat in downtown Provo. All right, so located here in Provo, Utah is Brigham Young University. The world is our campus. Yes, Brigham Young University, home of the BYU Cougars. This is the west entrance into BYU. So let's go overhead and let's go take a look at the south side. I want to show you something. So we are here on the south end of BYU campus. So there's BYU campus right there. And if you're looking for something good to eat, I'm gonna promote one of the restaurants here in Provo. And I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. I just like eating here. So this right here, so this little red shack right here was where J-Dogs started. So I remember coming down here, standing in a long, huge, long line that usually went down the sidewalk right there just for a hot dog. Now, it's just south of BYU campus. You come down here and you get a hot dog. Right now, they've moved over here to this building right here, so they have a little bit more space. But yeah, I would totally, if you're here in Provo, Utah, BYU football game, just want to have something to do, come and eat at J-Dogs. And Cup Bop is also right down there. Okay, so that is something else to do. Oh yeah, see that Y on the mountain up there? Yeah, we're gonna go. We're not gonna hike up to it, but we're gonna go and take a look at it. All right, so if you're coming to Provo, Utah to catch a BYU football game or a BYU basketball game, and you're thinking, what is there to do in Provo? Well, we've got a lot of things to do here in Provo. Besides the 100 restaurants, over 100 restaurants throughout the city of Provo. You know, if you're here at a BYU football game, watching your team play the Cougars, there is places to go on BYU campus, like the Bean Museum, the Planetarium. There's a whole bunch of different other things on BYU campus. Yeah, there was J-Dogs, if you really want a good hot dog. And there's plenty of hiking to do. We can go up to hike the Y Mountain, which I will show you here in a minute. That's a good hike. I'll explain to you why I'm not doing it. But if you're looking for something to do in Provo, oh, I've got something for you. And if you like to hike, that's an added bonus. So let's go take a look. All right, so yeah, right here is the Y Mountain. And you take this little pathway up there and you can go. I mean, it's kind of a pain in the butt. I'm not doing it because I am so out of shape, I would probably have a heart attack. But yeah, so if you turn around and you can look, this is what Utah Valley looks like. Provo, Utah. Great views. And so, yeah, there is a lot of things here to do in Provo. What other things can you do in Provo? Well, let's go take a look at a couple other options. So one of the things you can do while in Provo is shop. And here on the northern part of Provo, in the Provo River bottoms, is the shops at Riverwoods. See here, it says, no motorized vehicles, scooters, bikes, or boards, smoking or vaping, soliciting, merchandise, photography or filming, skateboarding, or rollerblading. Oh, let's just go film and see what happens. All right, yeah, so the shops of Riverwoods is like an outdoor mall. You've got plenty of different options, you know, like clothers, and you got some bagels over there. So here in the shops of Riverwood, you've got plenty of food items. And if you go hungry, it's your own fault. If you're picky, well then, it's your own fault. But, so as you can see, it's got a lot of open spaces. All right, so this right here is a road you can drive on, but yeah, it's a convenient way to get from the south end to the north end. But of course, you're gonna have to go slow, and you can't drive or anything in there. You can't do the same thing over there. And so yeah, this is the shops at Riverwoods. If you like to shop, there's some things right here in Provo you can do that. There's plenty of shopping to do downtown if you would like. And there is another place you can shop. I'll show you that here. If you can smell videos, that barbecue right there is smelling good. I mean, it's not as good as the Kansas City barbecue, but it is good. I need to make my way over to Memphis so I can try that. But that smells good. All right, so we are here at the Provo Town Center. It's a mall here in South Provo. It's great for shopping and stuff like that. Let's take a look at it. All right, so right over here we have JCPenney, and then we have Red Robin and Wingers and central doors to get into the Provo Town Center. Then right over there, that's where Sears was at. Sears is no longer there. And so this is what one side of the Provo Town Center looks like. So let's go around and let's take a look at the other sides. All right, so on this side of the mall, we have a Cinemark theater. And you can go into that door up there. You can't see it very well, but Sears is closed. And so this side is the movie theater side. All right, so on this side of the Provo Town Center, we have a Target. Now that used to be Dillard's before they moved away from the Provo Town Center. And so this is a Target. It's a 2-story Target. And the only entrance to Target is right here, where Dillard's used to be down on the other side. Then of course we still have JCPenney right there. And so yeah, we just went around the mall. So we have JCPenney, then the Red Robin, Wingers, the central location. Sears no longer there. And then we have the Cinemark theaters over there. And we have Target right here. And there's another entrance into the mall right here. I filmed this video right here on a Sunday evening. And so the mall was closed at 6, and Target's the only thing that's really open, and the movie theaters. So that's why there was not a lot of cars in the parking lot. Yes, it was filmed on a Sunday evening. So, all right, so we talked a little bit earlier about New Skin down there on Center Street and University Avenue, how, you know, a billion-dollar company. That's the headquarters. Also here in the Riverwoods, They have the Riverwoods shopping area and they have the Riverwoods business area. And what other billion-dollar company do we have? Well, let's find out. All right, see that Qualtrics right there? Okay, so that might sound familiar to some. So you might be thinking, I've heard of Qualtrics before. Yeah, so it's a billion-dollar company. And so it was founded here in Provo, Utah by a guy named Ryan Smith, his father, and a friend, I do believe it was. And it's just like a survey company. And it was sold to SAP for $8 billion. All right, so Ryan Smith, okay, he bought the majority of the Utah Jazz from the Miller family. And he also owns the National Hockey League team that is just relocating here to Salt Lake City, up north. And he also is the management owner of the Bees, of the Salt Lake Bees. It's a minor league team affiliation with the Angels, I do believe. And he also is a part owner of Real Salt Lake, the soccer team, the MSL soccer team. So yes, right here is where Ryan got his start, was founding this company called Qualtrics here in Provo, Utah. How's that? Yeah, Provo, Utah is great for startups. And it's also got a lot of beauty around. All right, so there are more businesses located here in the shops or the business section of the Riverwoods. You've got UCCU, that's Utah Community Credit Union. Their headquarters are here. You got Miranda. You got law firms, you've got a lot of different things here in Provo, Utah, that is. So yeah, it's a good spot, right? All right, so Bridalveil Falls is coming off the top of the mountain up there. And yeah, it is kind of cool. You can come out here. There's plenty of hiking to do. There's a trail that you can take up there to the Bridalveil Falls. Actually, the Hunger Games, part of it was filmed right here. When, I can't remember who it was, they jumped into the water. I guess they were on fire or something. They jumped into the water. I'm not sure. I have never watched the Hunger Games, so. But yeah, this is Bridalveil Falls. Plenty of hiking to do. This is up Provo Canyon. And you can see that we're just surrounded by mountains. Yeah, so right here is the Provo River. And you can do like rafting down it and stuff like that. I've done it before. It is really fun. It's probably really super cold right now because of the winter runoff, but it is nice. It's a nice river to do that. A lot of people fish off of that. Here at the Provo Central Station, we have University Avenue over here to the east, and then we have Freedom Boulevard over here to the west, and right in the middle of those two streets is the Provo Central Station. Now, they have 800 free parking spots. You can park in here. They do have some rules and things like that. But let's go ahead and take a look at the pedestrian bridge. And let's go ahead and take a look at the front runner and where you can catch the Utah Valley Express. All right, so you're probably wondering how to get around in Provo if you don't have a car or if you want to try the transportation. So yes, we do have kind of busing / train service. So right here we are at the Provo Central Station for our front runner station. This front runner goes from Provo up to Ogden, Utah, and it also serves as our Utah Valley Express as well. So you get off the front runner right here and you can come right over here. I'll show you that here in just a moment. And then you can jump on some buses and go up to the Orem Central Station. All right, so this is the UTA pedestrian bridge, so that the apartment complexes over there and things like that could walk over here safely, and they don't have to cross the tracks or anything like that. So that's kind of nice. That was just completed this year. All right, so yeah, if you're coming to Provo, there are several different ways you can do it. You can actually get on Front Runner right here. You can take Front Runner from Salt Lake City, Ogden, anywhere north of Provo, and you can come here and get off of the Front Runner here at Provo Central Station. And once you're here, you're probably thinking, where do I go from here? Well, on this side of the Provo Central Station, we have the UVX. That's the Utah Valley Express, and that will take you to several stops along the way here in Provo, and it'll end up in Orem. So before we head over to University and Center Street UVX stop, there's two different ways you can go. You can go to the East Bay, or you can go to northbound to BYU and Utah Valley University. So as you can see, Provo does have a UTA, that's the Utah Transit Authority, and the UVX is the Utah Valley Express, which is right here. It's a bus lane that goes from the Provo Central Station down there, and then it goes up to the Orem Central Station, which we'll cover when we do Orem. So it starts right here in Provo, and it goes up, it goes around BYU campus, and it goes up here to the Orem Central Station. All right, and so there is no Sunday service on the Utah Valley Express, and so yeah, you can get from Provo to Orem by using this express. That about sums up what's up in Provo. I'm currently in East Bay right now. So that building right there, that used to be the main headquarters of Novell. There was a major software company in the 80s and early 90s. But right now it's owned by Micro Focus. But this campus that we're currently on here in East Bay was all owned by Novell at one point in time. So it was a major business center for Provo. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of Provo. Yes, there's a couple things I need to highlight. The Bridalveil Falls, they used to have a tram that went up to the very, very top where they used to have a restaurant and like a dance party up there, like a dance studio. That's where people go and dance and stuff like that on the weekends. The tram was very steep, but it's got wiped out by avalanches one too many times, so they haven't rebuilt it in years. And then yeah, Provo is a nice place to visit. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of food, a lot of retail. You can do shopping. Besides the mall and the shops at Riverwoods, we've got plenty of places here in Provo to shop at. And so yeah, if you ever come to Provo, it is great. All right, so they have a thing called the Freedom Festival, and that's where hot air balloons are at. And there's a Stadium of Fire inside of Lavelle Edwards Stadium, and Tim McGraw's come, Journey's come, Toby Keith has come, Carrie Underwood's have come. I mean, it's a pretty big deal. So in 2024, the Jonas Brothers will be headlighting it, so that should be good. And there's also a major fireworks show afterwards, and there's a grand parade on July 4th going down University Avenue. And also down on Center Street and University Avenue, there's a major retail thing. They have a whole bunch of different shops opened up. You can buy different things, eat different foods and things like that. So yeah, Provo has a lot of things going on. All right, so that video, that was a little bit long video, but it was worth it, trying to pinpoint what to do in Provo. You know, the hikes, the Freedom Festival, the shopping, and yeah, Brideville Falls, the White Mountain, everything like that. And so I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It'll push it out to more people who might be interested in what to do in Provo, Utah. And also, while you're down there, hit subscribe and that bell notification. That would really help the channel grow. And it will tell you of upcoming videos I'm going to be doing about the tour of Utah. Yes, I have the tour of Utah as a series here on the Traveling with Justin YouTube channel. And I also am starting a new series, and that would be coming up in a few weeks. You'll be able to see that. It kind of goes in conjunction with the tour of Utah. All right, guys. And so until next time, remember, Provo's got a lot to see and do. All right, guys. Until next one, I will see you later. Bye.